opening play this time. We'll see. It's such a good song, you almost never get to hear it in the main game. All the icons and sound effects. I have some sound effects too. I'm probably going to push to only doing that once a month because it's easy when I have everything set up on Audacity to do all that at one time, but like pulling it up in the middle of all my other stream tasks, recording something one-off and getting it out there is harder. Got to get You Could Pose for next month. That Monster Hunter one works well. I like having the custom chat badges just for my benefit, since, you know, names and colors aren't really enough for me to be able to differentiate people in my peripheral vision. So. Unless if you're soreness with the cat person emotes, I can't quickly gauge who you are. So good. Holy versus unholy bear. I've never had a game spoiled for me based on the cast, right? There's definitely some movies where the cast is a spoiler and they try to conceal it. 7 does that, I think. Important cast member in that movie doesn't show up in the end credits. Conspicuously left out of the opening credits. The skateboarding version is a theme. Yeah. Oh, I remember that. It's pretty cool opening too, although it has a bunch of spoilers in it. Now that I think about it. Like the focus on Snake in it too, right? Cool. So we left off at MGS2 last time in what I think is the coolest part of the whole game. Raiden's been captured, he's on the torture board. It's been revealed by Solidus Snake that he was actually some child soldier in a bunch of campaigns in Africa. It's called Jack the Ripper or the White Devil, and that Solidus like mentored him or something. Refers to him as his son, which is kind of weird. So to our knowledge, we're on board Arsenal Gear right now, which is this giant Metal Gear submarine tank thing that's again, I think that they wanted you to dislike Raiden. They're using it for whatever reason to censor the flow of information to make it easier for this shadowy organization called the Patriots to control everything. If you're confused on what's going on in Metal Gear Solid 2, it's not going to get better anytime soon. Say that. Cool.
Right.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Do you
That's cool.
copy?
This name.
You must continue your mission.
I've lost all my gear. I need to locate Snake.
He was never factored into the simulation. Leave him out of this.
I can't do much naked, especially in this temperature.
That's true. You won't be able to attack or enter the hanging mode either.
I think Snake has my gear.
Raiden, take out Solidus and his men. You must recover Arsenal intact.
Colonel, are you under orders from the Patriots?
Your role, that is, mission, is to infiltrate the structure and disarm the terrorists.
My role? Why do you keep saying that?
Why not? This is a type of role-playing game. The point is that you play out your part, and I expect you to turn in a perfect performance.
Colonel, I just remembered something.
What?
That I've never met you in person. Not once.
Complete your mission, according to the simulation.
Colonel, who are you?
No more questions. We have Rosemary.
What do you mean by that?
This section is so
Over
cool.
and out.
Music here is really cool too. Alright, we gotta do a bunch of calls here if it lets us. Most of these people are dead.
Hey, Jack.
I know, right? Welcome to MGS2. Naked Raiden and fourth wall break. Shit's going crazy. I think we had like 5 minutes left last stream, but I didn't want to get started on
Jack,
this.
I was serious when I said I wanted you to propose to me.
Rose?
I was really
Definitely
worried.
not.
There are times when it seems like you're not really looking at me and that if I looked away for a moment, you'll disappear.
Cute.
I wanted to make sure you couldn't get away. I thought that if we lived together, maybe things would change.
Yeah, right.
That maybe we could change things ourselves.
Welcome to Metal Gear Solid.
But that wasn't the problem. There was something deeper.
I'm sorry.
I guess it's impossible for me.
What are you saying?
I'm sorry, Jack. I love you. I really do. Please believe me. Whatever happens.
Rose?
Bye, Jack.
Raiden, rendezvous with that man and get your gear back. There's a door on the northeast, second level. Get yourself over there. Raiden, you won't be able to hang, throw, or chokehold anyone in your current state.
That man.
Why not?
Is it really necessary to ask? It's just not a good idea to perform those maneuvers. There could be complications.
Oh, really, Jack? Do we have to spell it out for you? Really?
Raiden, with nothing to protect your body,
Power weapon
any
caliber is
attack
a
you
thing in
sustain
Metal Gear
will
6
cause
gun?
greater damage than usual. Avoid combat at all costs.
Get an AO radio.
Is this?
Right. The famous mass production Metal Gear. That entire section
chance.
seems to house a maintenance line for Metal Gears.
Jack.
I'm all right.
Those mass production Metal Gears are in adjustment phase. They're not a threat, but it's entirely possible that there's an operational Metal Gear somewhere ahead. Stay focused.
What Metal Gear does is what I need games to do, which I know is not ideal, but it's to refer to like SOCOM ammo as SOCOM ammo and sniper ammo as sniper ammo. Like if you look at the description, I think it says what kind of bullets it uses and what caliber they are, but when you get the pickups, it always tells you this is what gun this is for, you know? It's the level music we're on right now. This part's pretty creepy. Try turning Metal Gear on and off again. Shit. Probably should have kept running there. Don't think he walks over this way. Shit, he totally does. That's bad. Oh, we're super fucked. I should just let them kill me at this point. He will still punch, it looks like.
Oh, God, no. Jack.
Do they have calibers used by multiple guns? I assume. Yeah, I think it's there are voices. Unless if you're talking about Raiden's voice, like there's an option you can do to hear the character's internal monologue, responding to what they're saying if you press the L2 and R2 buttons. Go. Pause before detection, right? Medicine. You saw nothing. Nothing you see here, nothing to see here, move along. Yeah, those Raiden voices are internal monologue.
Raiden, turn the game console off right now.
What did you say?
The mission is a failure. Cut the power right now.
What's wrong with you?
Don't worry, it's a game. It's a game just like usual.
You'll ruin your eyes playing so close to the TV.
What are you talking about?
Raiden, something happened to me last Thursday when I was driving home. I had a couple of miles to go. I looked up and saw a glowing orange object in the sky, to the east. It was moving very irregularly. Suddenly, there was intense light all around me, and when I came to...
It's definitely inspired that insanity
What do you think
event
happened
in
to
D&D
me?
that I did.
Huh?
Huh?
Forget it.
Yeah, I know, right? It's great. I hear it's amazing when the famous purple stuffed worm in Flapjaw space with the tuning fork does a raw blink on Harry Carry Rock.
Even my patience has its limits. I just can't leave this thing up to you any longer. I'll do the fighting. You can just go home.
Can't do the hanging mode for reasons. Oh yeah, this is great. This is Metal Gear. Shit.
What was that just now?
Nothing to see here. You're good. Move along.
Honestly, though, you have played the game for a long time. Don't you have anything else to do with your time? Actually, there is something I have been meaning to tell you, but I just couldn't. I think you should know, though. On Saturday morning last week, I saw a guy leaving Rosemary's room. How should I put it? It was like they were intimate. I'm sorry. Sorry to bring this up during the mission, but... President Baker should be somewhere to the south of where you blasted through the wall. Hurry and save him before the terrorists discover his code.
Right, Propagable. Clearly I must like Persona way better than Metal Gear Solid if I'm gonna play it for 160 hours.
Snake. Remember what De Gaulle said.
It's gotta be a Mei-Ling quote.
The
Mei-Ling on the screen
graveyards
there.
are full of indispensable men.
That's all from
Snake,
MGS1
you're
too.
all alone and surrounded by bad guys. Try to be careful and avoid getting into a fight whenever you can.
Like all the long delays. We'll see if it starts repeating, but we gotta listen to all the codecs
You
here.
wouldn't be trying to give yourself a bogus score using some ingenious trick, would you?
I forgot that
That's just
line.
about as low as anyone could possibly stoop. I can't believe you sometimes.
Hey, sir.
Your mission is to infiltrate the Fortress Galluade, rescue the hostages, and neutralize Metal Gear before its assembly is complete.
I think that was MGS1.
Variety level 13. Rescue Meryl, the return of Ginola.
This is sumo fighting. Yes. But it was like, it wasn't even just sumo. I think it was like they were mapping Godzilla motions onto Genome soldiers. Oh, it's the Game Boy
Infiltrate
MG.
the enemy fortress. Outer heaven.
There's Metal
Destroy
Gear.
the final weapon. Metal Gear. President Baker should be some.
I've heard that one before. Yeah.
Infiltrate.
But his face keeps changing too. Metal Gear.
Your mission.
Okay, I think we might be at the point where we're only repeating, so we can move along at this point, but I wanted to see.
Variety level.
Yeah, okay. I hear it's amazing when the famous purple stuffed worm in Flapjaw's face with the tuning fork does a raw blink on Harry Carey Rock. Bite Scissors 61. So I need to get under that camera. I could try going down this way, we'll see. Fortunately, the panel here is metal. I arrived at the memes. Oh, this is one of the best parts in the history of video games. It's too good. Need to go the other way. Oh, he's sneezing now?
Who's there?
Fan-fucking-tastic. I am super fucked. I didn't realize you could get a cold in here. Oh god, I fell. No! There was a hole there the whole time. I need the cold medicine then, right? Yeah.
An anemone or clematis plant's juice can cause a rash. When pruning them, it's a good idea to wear gloves.
Yeah, sneezing is so Kojima, right? No, I don't know where I am. It's been long enough since I played this. I'm in this zone. Ooh, there's a cardboard box. That's a treat. And I died. So I know there's a box down there now.
Jack, what's going on? Answer me! Jack? Jack!
Mission failed, huh?
Honestly, though,
Heard that one already. Oh, I can still do the flip. I didn't realize that. I thought that was restricted because of nudity.
Is there somebody there?
Nope, nothing to see here. Move along, everything's fine. Can I knock and get their attention? Okay, still have the medicine. That's good.
infiltrate.
Got it. Let's try to ignore the... Try to get that box here.
Huh?
You saw nothing.
What was that just now?
Nothing. I like the little hexes on the ground when he's moving around too. This part's too good. Yeah.
Kawanishi, Osabuchi, Kino Nogibashi, Takayama, Ugusu Mori, Suzumiga Taki, Tada, Yorano, Ichinotori, Umino, Yamashita, Sasabe, Kafudai, Tokugai, Miyokenguchi.
Are those just all people who worked on the game? Who knows? Right? Okay, looks like when you're in the box, you don't trigger the metal plates. That's good to know. Oh, is that? I didn't realize there was another staircase there the whole time. Right on. Alright, so there must be another path to the exit here. Let's see if I can find it. Doesn't look like it's easy to get behind this particular guard. They're Japanese train stations.
Actually, there is something I have been meaning to tell you, but I just couldn't. I think you should know, though. On Saturday morning last week.
Okay. I like the skull face that was in there briefly. That was pretty rad. I think it might be over this gap here. I'm wondering if I can clear the gap if I do the little cartwheel thing. Yeah, I haven't played Zone of the Enders, but hence the box.
Anemone or clematis plant's juice can cause a rash.
Nope. Did not work. It's okay though, I get there through other means now that I have the box. Hmm? I haven't played Zone of the Enders, I haven't played Police Knots, and I haven't played Snatcher. Those would all be blind if we do them on stream at some point. So this is where we'll cross once that guy's out of the way.
President Baker should be...
Thank you. Guard in the north, we're going to wait for him to turn around, and then we should be able to use the box to avoid the camera for the most part. Where is the exit from this zone? Is it in the middle left? Can't see on the map where it's supposed to be. I'll go ahead and accept a tip. It might be in that northeast corner, is that right? It would make sense, because you have to sneak past that guard.
I was a North American fall webworm in my past life.
Thanks.
Those were the good old days. What were you in your former life?
Second floor basement of the tank hangar. That would make sense. That would be the hardest place to reach. That northeast corner. I think that's why you would have to do it right there. You have to go around this corner if you didn't have the box. Former life. That particular brand of guard is always looking around. There we go. Ascending colon. Sailors.
Actually, I'm in really bad shape financially. I paid money to my ex-wife as part of our divorce settlement, among other things. I just had no choice but to make you pay for lunch the other day. I'm really sorry.
You can't do the inner monologue during those sequences. It's funny. Yeah, that one's great.
You got a PSG-1? You can use that against Sniper Wolf. Hurry up and save Meryl.
I did really dig the... I saw a strange light in the east. I bet Paul Eiding had a blast with these. What does Kojima want me to say?
Even my patience has its limits. I just can't leave this thing up to you any longer. I'll do the fighting. You can just go home.
Oh, the Soliton radar in the corner.
Variety level 30.
Okay, we saw that one already. And then the Soliton radar changes back. Yeah, I totally agree.
I hear it's amazing when the famous purple stuffed worm in Flapjaw space with the tuning fork does a raw blink on Harry Carey Rock. I need scissors. 61. Your mission is to...
Saw that one already. Can't open that door. Droid memes at its best. He said the thing.
Jack, it's me.
Hi, Rose.
Jack, I owe you an apology.
If it's about that conversation just now, I'm the one who's sorry.
No, it's something else.
What is it?
That day at Federal Hall 2 years ago, it wasn't a coincidence. I was ordered to keep an eye on you.
Keep an eye on me?
Keep an eye
Yes,
on you.
by the Patriots.
You're a spy?
I suppose. Yes. It's an ugly word. Are you still there?
Was sleeping with me a part of the job?
I fell in love with you.
How could anyone?
I can't excuse what I did. I've reported every detail of your personal life to them these 2 years.
Mental
what you
puberty.
did, said, everything.
Must have been fun.
But some things I didn't tell anyone. Like what I felt for you.
So that's why you were involved in this mission. I should have known. Why else would they toss an analyst into the mix at the last minute?
I'm sorry. I know what I did was wrong.
No matter where I go, I get used.
I reinvented myself to suit your tastes. Hairstyle, clothes, the way I moved, things I talked about.
Hey, what are
You
Ryzen's
say
tastes?
you love the color of my hair, my eyes. They're not even real.
You must have gone over my psych profile with a fine-tooth comb.
It was my job.
Likes
Great
VR
performance.
missions.
Had me completely fooled.
Likes to ask
What
questions.
I really wanted was for you to see the real me. It hurt to play out this artificial romance. It was worse to lie to myself than to you. The more
It's hard to
love
take
you
this
gave
seriously
me,
in the context
the
of
more
all
it
the other
hurt.
codecs.
Because I knew the
But we ain't
person
found
you loved
shit.
was just a character.
So it was artificial on my end, too. It was just a game, not the real thing.
Oh, Jack.
Ryden, don't sound
I
like you
feel better
know what the
knowing
hell's
that.
going on.
What?
I was in love, or thought I was, with someone who didn't exist.
Combing
I
the
was
desert.
trying to be someone I wasn't by
Yeah,
loving
he's acting
what
like a
wasn't
badass
real.
all of a sudden.
I don't know who you really are. The person I knew isn't real. She's not the woman I'm
Yeah, I
talking
agree,
to right
probably.
now. In a sense, the deception was my own, not theirs.
Jack,
General
I thought I was
refusal to
acting because
understand
that
and
was
talk
my
something out like
job.
adults.
But I did
I
fall in
love
love with you. That
Master of
wasn't an
None,
act.
by the way, the
You
Aziz
expect me to
Ansari
believe
show.
that?
Because they have problems
It's
like that
okay.
and they talk them
You
out
had
like
your
rational
reasons, right?
adults.
Hey, I understand, but I have nothing left to...
Jack,
It's like an anti-rom-com. It's great.
I'm carrying. I'm pregnant, Jack.
Rose, what's going on?
What's going on, Rose?
Amazing how you walk around like that.
Snake.
Been waiting long.
Hooray! I didn't get to play as you in this game, but that's okay.
Where's my gear?
Right over there.
Hey, yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's more like it. Everything you had when you were captured is still there.
That's nice. We don't want to animate more of this conversation because it's going to be very long, so let's talk via codec. 'Cause I never noticed that when I played this the first time, but it happens constantly, even in the most
Sorry
absurd
about
situations.
earlier. I had to use you as bait to gain access to Arsenal. It worked.
Why didn't you tell me about Olga?
You never asked.
Yeah, right.
Not happy about that? Get over it.
Any effects of the virus yet?
Still waiting on that.
So, it was rigged by the Patriots?
Any effects of the
Looks like
virus
it.
yet? What do you
From
think?
what I can tell, Arsenal is headed for Manhattan. I don't know what Solidus is planning, but we'll have to deal with it one way or another. There's also a troop of production model Rays ahead.
How many units?
25, according to Olga.
Don't you actually
25?
fight 25 of them on the
Can't
hardest
say I've
difficulty?
faced that many Metal Gears before, but I think we can deal.
No way we can.
I did an extreme
We
playthrough
can,
at one point.
because we have no other choice.
How?
I've stocked up on Stinger missiles. Oh yeah, Olga left this for you.
I guess, spoiler alert, we're gonna fight at least one Metal Gear Ray. But you fight 20? Hey, cool.
Why?
Olga
Almost to
asked
say
me
what
to give
again?
it to you. Besides, I'm not a big fan of blades.
Good job, Raiden.
Move the right stick up and down to make a vertical slice, and left and right to slice parallel to the ground. Move the stick in a circle to do a rotating cut. Push it forward to lunge and strike. You can guard with your blade if you have the L1 button pressed down. You should be able to deflect a bullet or two.
Thank you, Snake. I like using the right stick for managing that. It's actually pretty cool. I spend my time studying the blade. Raiden is absolutely a stand-in for the player in every possible way. Let me just run into Snake here. What else do you want me to do with this thing? Oh yeah, non-lethal sorting. You use the flat side of the blade. That's cool.
Damn kid.
Sorry, man. I wasn't sure what you wanted from me right now.
Moron.
Let's talk. Kodak
Teach
here.
yourself how to handle the blade. You're going to need it at some point. Move the right
Got it.
Variety level 7. Shoot down the space invaders. Training will have to be postponed if we are invaded by UFOs.
Okay, there we go. Just needed a certain amount of time to play with it.
Come on, time to go.
Alright.
If you run out of ammo, you can have mine.
You got enough?
Absolutely. Infinite ammo.
I love that
Wait up,
line.
Snake.
And it fits
What?
in the context of this level.
Snake, have you ever enjoyed killing someone?
What are you talking about?
I'm not sure.
He gets an infinity
Sometimes it's
bandana
hard to
and
tell
Metal
the
Gear
difference
Solid 1 that
between
gives him
reality
infinite ammo,
and a
so it's kind of a
game.
fourth wall break.
Diminished sense of reality, huh? VR training will do that.
No, it was field training when I was a kid. I lied, Snake. I have more field experience than I can remember. It's not VR that's doing this to me.
Raiden, we don't carry guns to take people down. We're not here to help some politician either.
You can say that because you're a legend, a hero. I'm Jack the Ripper, a dirty reminder.
It's an optional
of a
thing you can
terrible
unlock in
mistake.
MGS1. for
Legends
beating
don't
game.
mean a whole lot. I was just a name to exploit. Just like you.
People will remember only the good part, the right part of what you did.
There's no right part in murder. Not ever. And we're not in this to make a name for ourselves.
Then what are you and Otacon fighting for?
A future? You can stop
Oh.
being part of a mistake. Starting now.
It's remarkably
What am I?
Japanese to
What
have
am I supposed to
Raiden
do?
not comment on the crazy shit that Campbell's been pinging him about the whole time he's in here, right? Like, it's like a very Silent Hill thing,
Find something to believe in.
where all this
and find
ridiculous
it
shit
yourself.
happens in Silent
when
Hill,
you
and all the
do,
cutscenes
pass
are
it
just
on
like,
to the future.
yeah, this place is kind of creepy. Are you
Believe
fucking
in
serious? Kind of creepy?
That's your problem. Come on.
The power of friendship kills people.
Snake, Raiden.
Hey, what's up?
Otacon, you all right?
Yeah, so are all the hostages.
That's good news.
How's everything on your end?
Weird.
All right for now, but there is something.
What?
The Colonel's last transmission was strange.
There you go, Raiden.
Strange?
Not sure
How?
how I feel about just that. Strange. No idea.
Interference?
I don't know.
Where is this colonel?
I don't know. I've never met the man, actually.
I'll dig around.
Thanks. I owe you one.
If there's anything else, call me on the codec. I might be able to help. The frequency is 141.12.
Cool. Yeah, it's a bummer, Sornus. Getting a PS4 is not a huge waste. Definitely one of the better consoles to own. A Switch for sure. Sony's being really lame about crossplay. They did the same thing with Rocket League.
There's a fork in the conveyor belt. The machine is automatically sorting cargo according to some system. Take a good look at the device.
I love that skull face.
Big boss here. Enter the track on the bridge to the right. Oh,
That may have actually been a typo too, the enter.
Communicator Entertainment Program, Idea Spy 2.5, Episode 1. New York. Here in the city where dreams come true and desires rule, something is being bought, sold, and thrown away, even as we speak. But behind the scenes of business as usual, the nefarious J.E. Corporation lines its already bloated coffers with profits from worthless products. As J.E. swindles
Junk
another
are
innocent
expensive.
into purchasing high-priced junk, the FBI mobilizes a top-secret task force to put a stop to the menace. Now, the city's best-kept secret spy is out there, briefed and ready to protect the people from J.E., the catalog of conspiracy. Just call him 2.5.
2.5 in parentheses. This part of the game is so rad.
Snake, like Shakespeare said, naught's had, all's spent, where our desire is got without contempt. Basically, it means that your desire can get you into trouble if you're not careful. That goes for items, too. Don't get too greedy, or you might be sorry. Be careful, Snake. Snake.
Did this one before with Degal.
You wouldn't be trying to give yourself a bogus score using some ingenious trick, would you? That's just about as low as anyone could possibly stoop. I can't believe you sometimes.
Okay, I think we're looping now.
There's a door at the north end of that corridor. Solidus should be somewhere on the other side. Stay with Snake and keep north.
Thanks, Otacon. Good looking out.
You all right?
How Snake has so much more life than you do, too. Come on, get up. Can you still lunge with this thing, or does it kill them if you do that? Lunge kills, okay. Hit him with the flat though and you're fine. Sorry, Snake. Yeah, right. But it doesn't count for me. I didn't murder anyone.
Raiden, about this colonel of yours. I found out where he is.
Oh, yeah.
Where?
Inside Arsenal.
It's like I should have asked about the Colonel
I've
before.
checked out all the possibilities, but I keep coming back to Arsenal. It isn't a relay point, it's the origin of the signal. And the encryption protocol it uses is exactly the same as that of Arsenal's AI, the so-called GW.
What the hell does this mean?
I think it means you've been talking to an AI.
That's impossible.
The Colonel probably
Search your
isn't
feelings,
GW
you know
per
it to be
se.
true.
GW was most likely stimulating cortical activity in the dormant part of your brain through signal
That would be cool.
manipulation of your own nanomachines.
Oh my God!
The
Although
Colonel
actually,
is,
it was
in
sort of
part,
obvious.
your own creation, cobbled together from expectations and experience.
That's crazy.
We're meant
But
to
it's
accept
probably the
him
truth.
because you
The
played
virus
Metal
may
Gear
be
Solid
starting
1.
to
Like, yeah, it
affect
makes sense that
GW,
we bring Campbell
which would
back,
explain
right?
the Colonel's behavior.
You don't really ask the questions like, why is Campbell talking to Raiden? Why isn't he talking to
Everything I've done
Snake?
so far?
I think it
Right.
fooled me the first time I played
Snake.
this.
What's happening around here?
I don't know. What I do know
But
is
once
that
you
you're
spend enough time
standing
here,
right
he's
here
clearly
in front
a
of
robot.
me. Not an illusion. Flesh and blood. It's your call. You can drop this if you want.
No, I can't do that. Let's go.
Sigmoid colon. Yeah. There's a little bit of ticks you can see earlier in the game. It's pretty cool.
Raiden, they've
Yeah, I
got
know exactly what
Rose.
you mean, Yukubo.
What?
Rose is being held in the holds.
It's a trap.
Rose!
Raiden.
I'm with
get a
you.
grip.
I was saying the same thing.
Snake.
He
It's
spent
a
so much
trap.
time in Arsenal
Since
Gear,
the Colonel
clearly he
doesn't
knows it's
exist,
obvious
There's no
now.
way he
but
can take Rose hostage.
Yeah,
Raiden's like,
you're
what?
right.
What did
I
you
am
think was
right.
happening, Raiden?
Okay.
He's saying weird things.
Does Rose exist?
Don't be weird. She's your...
What if I've never really met her?
What?
If the Colonel is something that I
That time
partly
Snake
dreamt up,
said it.
then everything I remember about her could be...
Don't jump to conclusions.
You and Otacon are the ones that say the Colonel never existed.
Raiden.
Is this what Olga was talking about?
Colonel, Snake. Janet. Brad. Rocky. What if I'm an AI? My Sandaroth. Yeah. You saying we some kind of Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty? Let's let Snake do all the work here. Mission mailed. Emits. Continent. Vanish. I love that. So when I think of like fourth wall breaks in video games, this is the game that comes to mind. I'm sure there are other games that did stuff like that before Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2. But this game's really important in that respect. I think like some of the stuff you see happen in Undertale, this game paved the way for that, for sure. Mission mail. There's a really cool sanity segment in, was it Batman Arkham Asylum? Same thing, like, you have MGS to thank. I hate when my comments are muted. Monkey Island's done a lot of it in Jess.
Fortune.
It's been a long wait, Solid Snake. The root of all my sorrows.
What?
2 years ago, you
Wow.
killed my father. That was the beginning of hell for us. Everyone I love has been taken from me one by one, and no matter how hard I try, I can't follow them. An endless nightmare. The only thing we live for is to see it end. Our wait is almost over.
You can't be serious about firing the nuke.
Since no one can kill me, I may as well kill everyone I
I
can.
don't know if that's sound logic, Fortune.
Starting with you, Solid Snake.
Damn!
Looks like I'm today's pick. You go on ahead.
No, he's got a combat arena with no cover. He should be
You want
fine.
eternal rest? I've got it right here.
Life is pain. Exactly.
What are you gonna do? Bullets can't get near her.
I'll think of something. There's no such thing as a witch.
You think you can kill me?
I don't know what your group's been through, but let's get one thing clear. I didn't kill your father.
Do you think anyone believes your lies?
Raiden, get out of here!
Yeah. What's up with Vamp? Big difference from a witch. Yeah. Oh, that'd be great. Joss Whedon's pulled that sometimes. He had that one episode with the coma.
Jack, I've been watching how you fight. It looks like you've remembered the way you used to kill in the old days.
Thanks, Canderous.
Or is it one of the S3 plan's proud achievements?
What are
So
you talking
futures.
about?
It came as a complete surprise when Ocelot discovered the S3 data from GW.
Oh, he's just talking.
Not a
around.
bad idea, though. Using fire to fight fire, creating the perfect assassin to retire Solid Snake's brother.
It's a nice rhyme
S3
there.
stands for Solid Snake Simulation. It's a development program to artificially reproduce Solid Snake, the perfect warrior. The result is a Foxhound Commando. When Foxhound no longer exists, a simulated Solid Snake shaped by VR regimen. Sound like someone you know, Jack?
That's me.
I'm sorry to see you reduced to one of the Patriots' puppets. But I've made use of you, and their plan too. Solid Snake's sudden appearance, your arrival, it was obvious the Patriots were among my ranks. I had to smoke out the agent before the mission entered the final phase. You came in handy, as bait. Jack, those days during the Civil War were as real as they come.
They give you free
Every
roam
day
during
was
this
absolute.
monologue.
Split between life and death. You ran from it, and now you've been led back to war by something less than real.
That was pretty cool.
No
Skated
more
in with
games,
that.
Jack. At least you know. There's no reason to keep you alive now. I've given you a worthy opponent, at least. But now, you should die as the little Jackie boy I once knew.
Metal Gear?
Lolly lule low. Lolly lule low. Lolly lule low. I'm not home right now. Please leave a message after the beep.
The ball heading beep. Does that have anything to do with Japan? Yes.
Mind the gap. Weapon mode SOCOM level 1. Destroy all targets to reach the goal. Number of targets, 3. I say again, your duty is to infiltrate Zanzibar land and seize Kill Mark, an abducted Czechoslovakian biologist.
FB is probably a Japanese thing, right? FVB. That's awesome, not of them. And New Zealand is a simulation, right?
They've input both detonation codes. The only way to stop the
Detailed
launch now
simulation
is
of
to
Middle
use
Earth.
the card key to re-input the codes.
That's awesome.
That reminds me, I saw Gubayama the other day in Chiboni. He said to give you his bets. Snake, take the power plant out. Set C4 explosives on 4 key points to destroy the structure. Snake, destroy the power plant's main turbine. It's located in the B1 floor of the plant. Break into the B1 floor. Ow. Raiden? I'm eating right now. Get back to me later. Infiltrate.
Okay, we're done. Let me save really quick before this fight and then we'll get started here. At least I can still save. That's good. Oh shit, I tried to move. Wow. Alright, don't get hit by the missiles. Roger, roger.
Right,
That feels like playing it on extreme.
Raiden!
You can't get hit at all, but I think everything one-shots you. Stinger. They fire to where you were standing, and that starts going off. Yeah, right. Who would win? Blonde team with a katana. Or 20 robots. Answer carefully, this is Japan. I think if I quickly reload like that, I can fire more times. Oh shit! Oh, I forgot to equip the rations. I'll do it this time.
Right, come in.
Alright, let's try it again.
Raiden?
Phase 2. Come on. Shit. Yeah, it's hard to line up there. Shit. Yeah, good call, thank you. I get closer to them so that second hit can land in time. There we go. I have big memories of this fight being really hard on extreme. You have no room for error at all. And it's fairly long, like 20 rays to fight. Yeah. Aim machine gun would be good. Go. Feeling good. Shit, missed. Jump in, you know you want to. There you go. Go. Always put guns on planes. Oh, that's cool. I don't actually aim and get the knockdown. Just shooting through them. Cool. Cool. Down dodge. Turns out guns are useful. Whew. Other than at the very beginning of this fight, I've only been hit once. I think I can readjust the aiming partway through. It's cool. Some comment like Metal Gear Ray was pretty cool. Very weak against a single blonde kid. I love that they have their little like artificial blood. It's cool looking. Almost. Maybe you could say the virus is why the kicking is. There's another hit. Hooray! First try. No way, Jose. My sister used to have a Michelle toy. We watched Full House. The little girl that was played by the Olsen twins. And it was a doll where when you'd squeeze her, she would say different lines from the show. No way, Jose, don't call me Squirt. But the battery started to die, and it started to sound like it was Satan. It'd be like, don't call me Squirt. No way, Jose.
So you decided to show
You probably have your ninja armor on, Olga. You can do the cool ninja landing.
Olga, don't do this!
There's only one Olsen twin.
I'll
Moving
hold them
very
off.
fast.
Give you time to get away.
What about
Enjoying
you?
the John Oliver meme. She's fine.
This is suicide!
Just all you have to do is snicker.
Your nanomachines.
You don't even have a sword.
Vital signs to the Patriots. If you die, my child dies. You understand?
The child.
I see.
Another twist.
So that's why you sold your troops out to me. So many dead, and they all died trusting you! Weren't they your comrades?
No, not just comrades. Family.
I see.
I see.
I see.
I know I'm going to help.
I see.
But at least my child.
I see.
I applaud your attitude. If you have a death wish, I'll be happy to accommodate you. See you in hell!
Heard. I'll use the stinky pistol instead of my rad ninja suit familiar. Get it? He's got like snakes. He's a snake. That's already 3 too many flips there, Solidus.
You have to.
Oh shit, that was pretty brutal.
Olga!
Olga! No. Olga! Sound like you're worried, Raiden. Voice direction to Quentin Flynn. You know, sound as passionate as you can. What that did, like, at the end of Revenge of the Sith, instead of James Earl Jones doing the no thing, he was just like, no.
Enjoy the show, Jack. Let's pick up where we left
Olga.
off.
Hurry for
going on?
virus. Something awesome I would do.
GW, it's out of control.
What?
No, I think that the voice director instructed him to behave that way, Argon. Exactly my point. Quentin Flynn is a accomplished voice actor, and he's done a lot of other stuff, so I think they are intentionally trying to make him like that. And they certainly succeeded. Although, yeah, there might be some of the Jar Jar effect in
I can't shut it down.
MGS3.
Maybe some kind of virus.
The Patriots?
I don't know.
Ocelot, what have you been up to?
It's too late. Arsenal's system control is going haywire. It's on an emergency ascent course.
Stupid machines!
I think it's probably only going to be for this game. I've mostly been riding up until the end here. I feel like Ocelot creates really bad case precedent problems for future prosecutions. Any defense attorney can just say, what if your arm is possessed by another person? They're the ones who did it, not you.
Damn the Patriots!
Reasonable doubt. Also, it's cool to have robots bleed and real cool wins in Metal Gear Solid.
You still have some use.
I've captured Snake.
Snake?
Bring him in.
Told you, should have punched her, Snake. Punch will deflect around her head.
Are you awake yet, Jack? GW, the Arsenal AI is corrupted beyond repair. I admit that I underestimated you.
Interesting that they're using the same directional microphone stuff for this sequence.
I'll squeeze the answers out of you instead, my son.
You think I'd be able to hear him better doing this, right? You must really be squeezing hard. Shit.
What do you hope to hear? You know he doesn't know anything.
It's not him I want the answers from.
Glad they trained us for that earlier.
What do you mean?
That's not your business.
Oh, really? It so happens I have some business of my own to attend to.
Planning to hijack Arsenal?
Huh?
You were going to screw me over, weren't you?
Who talked? Ocelot?
Not exactly. I was the one who used Ocelot to suggest the idea to you in the first place.
What?
I was planning to give you Arsenal to begin
Now we're
with.
getting all the what's.
Why the uncharacteristic generosity?
I'm no philanthropist. Arsenal is far from impregnable. It needs other Metal Gears as guards, a huge payload of warheads, and full air, sea, and land support to function efficiently. Against a large attack force without support, Arsenal is nothing more than a gigantic coffin. Seizing Arsenal gear was never the real objective.
It's definitely
What
like
was
twist
your
number
objective
6, this
then?
name is lame.
A list of names of the Patriots!
The slow cutscene.
They were
fade.
planning to extend their control to digital information flow with GW and Arsenal. That means the information they want to filter out is contained in GW. Including that
Actually a
list of
clever
the
idea.
highest 12 members of the Patriots Wiseman's Committee.
And once you knew who they were, you would cross out their names one by one. While we, with our useless arsenal, drew their fire.
Right.
Very good.
You were using us all along.
Were you any different?
But your plans hit a snag with GW destroyed, hasn't it?
Glad we've got 2 people to help.
No, there is another way.
Really.
Exposition here.
But we have our own plans to carry out. We'll take the arsenal since you don't care for it anyway. The purified hydrogen bomb is ready to go.
A nuclear strike won't stop them.
It will damage their power source. The mindless masses that they control. First things first.
Of course. That was what you wanted. I won't stop you. Good luck.
Thanks, but I have quite enough of that. What exactly do you find so funny?
Charades usually are humorous. I wouldn't have minded watching some more of it, but we're running a little short on time.
What are you talking about?
Another double cross?
Everything you've done here has been scripted. A little exercise set up by us.
Exercise?
Number 7.
The S3 plan was conceived as a means to produce soldiers on par with Solid Snake. That's what I told you. But the VR training the boy was put through is not the meat of the project.
This is... I am now an accomplished VR soldier.
You think this little terrorist incident is your
Kojima
own doing,
tricks me.
Solidus? This is the S3 training kernel. An orchestrated recreation of Shadow Moses.
What?
What?
Ames and the president's deaths. The ninja.
Here's all the...
The computer virus that
Escape
mimics
from New York,
Fox
Escape
Die.
from LA stuff.
Did you really think they were all a coincidence?
I feel completely qualified now to go join the
Ames' own
military and
nanomachines
fight for the
were
Patriots.
used to shut down his pacemaker. I arranged for the appearance of the ninja as well. As for the president, although Johnson realized what was going on, he played out his allotted part. As for the computer virus, it's a digital counterpart of Fox Die. It was also designed to eliminate every scrap of information regarding the Patriots from GW. Your plan was invalidated even before execution, Solidus.
It seems kind of questionable, like, if they really want to use GW,
Fat Man was
then
a
it
different
needs to have the
story.
information about
He's
the
one of
Patriots
our
in
own
GW.
people. A sort of examiner we hired to test the boy's progress before letting him tackle the exercise proper. We had to arrange for Stillman's presence to coax the maniac into agreeing. If the boy had allowed the big shell to be destroyed, this exercise would have ended there. The project has no room for failures.
What do you mean?
Given the right situation, the right story, anyone can
Yeah,
be
right,
shaped
six
into
gun.
Snake.
Hey, Lufex.
Even rookies can fight like men. of
GW is the
experience.
AI they built in Arsenal that's meant to control
An instant creation of
the
genius.
flow of information. It's meant to censor information because there's too much of
And
it.
this training kernel would provide more than enough data to formulate such a program. You, Dead Cell, Olga, you're all nothing but pawns placed to create
Modern
the perfect
JDW
simulation.
set up to like call things fake news.
Solidus, you
craft a
and the
narrative.
boy were selected because your relationship resembles the one between Snake and Big Boss. Fortune, you and the rest of Dead Cell stand in for the Foxhound squad that Snake took on in
Yeah,
Shadow Moses.
right.
You're the most impressive collection of freaks outside of Foxhound. We've gone to a lot of trouble to set you up against the boy. That story about purified hydrogen bombs is just the tip of the iceberg. The project was already underway when I sunk that tanker, along with your old man 2 years ago. Throwing your husband in the brig was a part of it too. You were told that the eradication of Dead Cell 6 months ago was an act of the Patriots. We provoked and encouraged your hatred. And you opted for vengeance, just as we planned.
Exactly as planned, although not as well set up.
Orchestrated?
something like
Except for the appearance of the real Solid Snake. I wonder now who sent for you.
All our misfortune was just a part of their project?
If Ocelot's an agent of the Patriots,
How
like,
could
do we want to
You're
use
no
him?
Lady
He can be
Luck.
taken over at any
You
time
have
by Liquid's
nothing
arm.
that we didn't give you.
what?
Do you know why no bullet could hit you? It wasn't magic, or some new age mumbo-jumbo. Certainly wasn't your psychic talents. It was all staged by the Patriots.
Twist number 10.
Staged?
You were being shielded by the electromagnetic weapons technology that the Patriots developed. Your dead cell comrades loved your
Yeah,
father
so
and
no one's
husband.
actually tried to punch you. Well, bullets don't work, so clearly
We needed a
no other
pathetic wretch
solution.
like you to keep them focused. You've been our puppet all along, just like Olga.
Yeah.
No.
That's my issue
You
with Metal
were
Gear Solid
hamming
2
it up
and
as
4.
the
Like,
tragic heroine.
it's one of those, like,
Thanks
you
to the
cannot have a
script that the
conspiracy
Patriots
that's this
wrote for you.
complicated and have no one know about it.
Pure self-indulgence, absorbed
It's
in
a
your own
competence porn
misfortune.
thing, right?
You couldn't get enough of the drama.
I think people are attracted
I could've
to
died whenever I
Bilderberg
wanted
Group,
to.
New World Order, bullshit conspiracy theories, because it's much more comforting to think that there's a bunch of really evil, competent people pulling the strings than the reality that just everyone's incompetent
got her in
and
the
shit
heart.
happens because we suck. It's scary to think that 9/11 just slipped by everyone's radar and no one saw it
missed.
coming and stopped it. It's much more comforting to think, no, that was a bunch of evil people that made that
Now
happen.
I
And it was a bunch of evil people that made that happen.
Your
Not in our
heart's on
government.
the right.
What? Why is there hell on the right?
Waste of metal, my dear, but your luck's run out. This is the little gizmo.
He loves his
There's
little
no such thing as miracles
random
or the
twists, too.
supernatural.
Oh yeah,
Only
Fortune has the
cutting-edge
heart on the wrong
technology.
side of her body for some reason.
Bastard.
Oh my dear. Get up there and punch him, choke him. Kind of makes me wonder if they were originally planning to give you that item for a New Game Plus playthrough, the thing that makes all the bullets go around you. It's gotta do the Zoolander thing, right? Why can't I hit you with my bullets?
Now that I
Are you
have enough
serious?
data, all I
Explain
have
that
to
me.
do is
Just remember
retrieve
to go.
Arsenal and clean up the refuse from the exercise.
Just try.
How is all of this good for them? I guess they've proven that a little shit like Raiden can get this far in the game. That was weird. That would be a very short game, 6 rounds.
How's this then?
I suppose it could be possible. MGS2 is definitely the biggest defender in this part of the game.
Fortune!
You idiot! Get the hell away from there!
I told you, your luck's run out. Take
Yeah,
your
I
reward.
love that it's so cheesy.
It's all the payload Ray has. Die!
Let me just mention these are all of our payloads.
Everybody down!
This is my last bullet. I don't think I like this. I feel like I've seen a movie or a little book or something where it says, oh, I can do it for real, and they try to do it for real and it just doesn't work.
What the? Impossible!
How does that work? MGS3 is mostly fine. It's like James Bond goofy.
She is Lady Luck.
Yeah, the Patriots turn it back on.
My name is Helena Dolph Jackson, the daughter of a proud and noble soldier.
It's the guy from the beginning of the game who was giving the big speech.
I can see my family again.
Yeah. The Shagohod makes a little bit more sense, I think. I'm actually not sure, though, if the Shagohod is correct from, like, a physics perspective.
Try this instead. No! No!
Maybe don't send him on missions. The Shagohod makes less sense. Interesting. Oh, because it wasn't from like a missile silo that affects?
Brothers! Liquid!
He clearly took his glove off and ripped off part of his...
waiting for this!
This reminds you about the arm.
It can't be.
Oh, but it can.
I've been inside this arm all along, waiting for the right time to awaken.
Twist number 11. Although we knew about the arm thing.
You were inside Ocelot. Yes, a sleeper in the arm of a Patriot spy.
It was you 2 years ago?
Exactly. I was controlling him. Snake, it was I that leaked information about Arsenal to your partner and got you out here.
What?
You're the only one that can free me. After all... I'm off to bury the Patriots for good.
Been in this arm all along.
How? Why do you think I chose Ocelot as my host?
How did you choose him as your...
To settle with both of you.
What the fuck?
There's room for only one Snake and one big boss.
I'm excited to get back to MGS3, where things are reasonable again.
Time to say goodbye!
Damn.
I think this game goes off the rails as soon as the wave fight starts. Like the whole stuff with Campbell being an AI, that's all really cool. But as soon as you start the raid fight, shit gets stupid. I like this game still. Maybe this would have worked better if it had been like, spaced throughout the whole game instead of in like, you know, 10 minutes.
You coming?
I still like the Metal Gear series. I think this game is still amazing. I think this sequence is almost a parody of itself in a lot of ways. Yeah, I agree. They do the ghost thing, so... Yeah, right. It's so Kojima that you're like, that's ridiculous. Okay, I like it. I think it can get you because the game is pretty straightforward up until the raid fight. I mean, it's weird sometimes, but if it had kept that tone for the whole game, it may have been a little bit different, you know. But then it wouldn't have been such a big surprise when you get on GW. So it's kind of an unwinnable situation if that's how you want to do things. This ended up happening.
Federal Hall.
The game came out like right after 9/11, didn't it? I remember something was cut from this sequence because of sensitivity around 9/11.
What are you laughing at?
Do you know what day it is today?
They cut a cutscene or something. Yeah, they established the arm and the tank.
April 30th?
Damn
That's
it,
right.
Rose.
George Washington took office as the first president of the United States of America 200 years ago.
That's what Rose was
today.
talking about.
And it happened right here. We were going to declare another independence, the dawn of a new nation, here. The end of the Patriots' secret rule, liberation of this country. This was where it was supposed to begin. This is where freedom could have been born.
All you want is power at any cost.
Jack, it's not power I want. What I wanted to take back from the Patriots are things like freedom, civil rights, opportunities. The founding principles of this country. Everything that's about to be wiped out by their digital censorship. Jack, listen to me. We're all born with an expiration date. No one lasts forever. Life is nothing but a grace period for turning the best of our genetic material into the next generation. The data of life is transferred from parent to child.
He looks at camera, protect
That's
net
how
neutrality.
it works. But we have no heirs, no legacy.
No legacy, eh?
We brothers are called les enfants terribles. Cloned from our father, with the ability to reproduce conveniently engineered out. What is our legacy if we cannot pass the torch?
Genes to memes.
Proof of our existence, a mark of some sort. When the torch is passed on from parent to child.
When did Richard Dawkins
extends
coin the
beyond
term
DNA.
memes
Information
to be
is
like an
imparted as
informational
well.
stand-in for genes? Was that in the 90s or 80s? Or even further back than that?
All I want is to be remembered by other people, by history. The Patriots are trying to protect their power,
Oh,
their own
1976.
interests, by controlling the digital flow of information. I want my
further
memory,
back than I thought.
my existence
I wonder
to
if
remain.
Kojima
Unlike
read the
an
selfish
intron
gene,
of
or if
history,
he came up with that
I will be
independently.
remembered as an exon. That will be my legacy, my mark in history. But the Patriots would deny us even that.
They want to shut down all of our memes.
I will triumph over the Patriots.
I
And
like
liberate
Solidus.
us all.
He's a really
And
cool
we will
character.
become the Sons of Liberty!
Title drop. Yeah, I'm not really sure I disagree with Solidus on this whole thing.
Raiden, are you receiving? We're still here.
How's that possible? The AI was destroyed.
Only GW.
Who are you?
To begin with, we're not what you'd call human. Over the past 200 years, a
The
kind
sound
of
in the
consciousness formed layer by layer in the crucible of the White House. It's not unlike the way life started in the oceans 4 billion years ago. The White House was our primordial soup, a base of evolution. We are formless. We are the very discipline and morality that Americans invoke so often.
I love this
How can
conversation,
anyone
by the
hope
way.
to
This is really
eliminate
good.
us?
I agree with
As
this
long
name
as
is
this
lame.
nation exists, so will we.
Cut the crap! If you're immortal, why would you take away individual freedoms and censor the net?
Jack, don't be silly.
Don't you know that our plans have your interests, not ours, in mind?
What?
Jack, listen carefully, like a good boy.
The mapping of the human genome was completed early this century. As a result, the evolutionary log of the human race lay open to us.
We started with genetic engineering, and in the end, we succeeded in digitizing life itself.
But there are things not covered by genetic information.
What do you mean?
Human memories, ideas,
Memes.
culture, history.
Genes don't contain any record of human history.
Is it something that should not be passed on? Should that information be left at the mercy of nature?
We've always kept records of our lives, through words, pictures, symbols, from tablets to books.
But not all the information was inherited by later generations. A small percentage of the whole was selected and processed, then passed on.
Philosophy
Not
monologuing
unlike
before the
genes,
final
really.
boss, right?
That's
we
what
don't need to
history
explain this
is,
to
Jack.
Raiden.
But in the
This is
current
Kojima
digitized
talking.
world, trivial information is accumulating every second, preserved in all its triteness.
And this is the prophetic
never
thing.
fading, always accessible.
Rumors about petty issues, misinterpretations, slander.
3,000
All
hours
this
of
junk
YouTube,
data
Twitch videos.
preserved in an unfiltered state, growing at an alarming rate.
It will only slow down social progress, reduce the rate of evolution.
Right. You seem to think that our plan is one of censorship.
Are you telling me it's not?
You're being silly. What we propose to do is not to control content, but to create context.
Create context.
Create
The digital
context.
society
Another
furthers
good one with
human
the sound
flaws
effects.
and selectively rewards development of convenient half-truths. Just look at the strange juxtapositions
2001,
of morality
guys.
around
Kojima
you.
saw it coming.
Billions spent on new weapons in order to humanely murder other
I think it's a broken
humans.
clock
Rights
type
of
situation,
criminals are
but
given
still.
more respect than the privacy of their victims.
Although there are people suffering in poverty, huge donations are made to protect endangered species. Everyone grows up being told the same thing.
Be nice to other people.
But beat out the competition.
You're special. Believe in yourself and you will succeed.
But it's obvious from the start that only a few can succeed.
You exercise your right to freedom, and this is the result. All rhetoric to avoid conflict and protect each other from hurt. The untested truths, spun by different interests, continue to churn and accumulate in the sandbox of political correctness and value systems.
Everyone withdraws into their own small gated community, afraid of a larger forum. They stay inside their little ponds, leaking whatever truth suits them into the growing cesspool of society at large.
The different cardinal truths neither clash nor mesh. No one is invalidated.
Yeah, this
but
is
nobody
frighteningly
is right.
accurate.
Not even natural selection can take place here. The world is being engulfed in truth.
That's such a cool
And
quote,
this is
too.
the way the world ends. Not with a bang, but a whimper.
We're trying to stop that from happening.
It's our responsibility.
For as ridiculous as
rulers.
this game is, this
Just as in
monologue
genetics,
is dead
unnecessary
on.
information and memory must
It's like
be
he probably should
filtered
have put
out
this in
to
a
stimulate the evolution of the species.
blog post or
And
something.
you think you're qualified to decide
and
what's
not in a
necessary and
tactical
not?
espionage action video game. But hey, maybe
Who
more
else
people
could
heard the
wade
message.
through the sea of garbage you people produce, retrieve valuable truths, and even interpret their meaning for later generations?
That's what it means to create context.
I'll decide for
I think
myself
that's what
what to
politicians are
believe
trying
and
to
what
do
to
now,
pass
creating
on.
context
But
for
is that even
everything,
your
right?
own idea?
Facts don't
something
matter, it's the
Snake
context
told
that
you.
matters now.
That's the proof of your incompetence right there. You lack the qualifications to
Solidus is like,
exercise
I'll
free
wait.
will.
That's not
You gotta
true.
hear their
I
bullshit.
have the right.
Does something like a self exist inside of you?
That which you call self serves as nothing more than a mask to cover your own being.
In this era of ready-made truths, self is just something used to preserve those positive emotions that you occasionally feel.
Another possibility is that self is a concept you conveniently borrowed under the logic that would endow you with some sense of strength.
That's
Well, it's
crap.
false context, right, Six Gun?
Would you
Like, there is
prefer
such a
that
thing
someone
as
else tell you?
objectively
All right.
true context, to the
Explain
extent
it
that
to
there is
me.
such a thing as objective
Jack,
truth.
you're
Let's
simply
avoid
the
hitting
best,
the nihilism button.
and you got there all by yourself.
I think you can use the word context nefariously.
Oh,
you
what
know.
happened? Do you feel
Which is
lost?
what they're doing.
Why not try a bit of soul searching?
Don't think you'll find anything, though.
Ironic that although self is something that you yourself fashioned, every time something goes wrong, you turn around and place the blame on something else.
Blaming Raiden.
It's not my fault. It's not your fault.
In denial, you simply resort to looking for another, more convenient truth in order to make yourself feel better.
Leaving behind in an instant the so-called truth you once embraced.
Should someone like that be able to decide what is truth?
Should someone like you even have the right to decide?
You've done nothing but abuse.
I would think of their
freedom.
use of the word
You don't
context here to
deserve
mean the
to be
reality
free.
bubble that people
We're not
exist
the
in
ones
now on the
smothering
internet,
the
right?
world. You are.
You can't.
The individual
two
is
people can
supposed
look
to
at the
be
same
weak,
fact
but
and
far from
interpret it
powerless.
so
A
differently.
single person has the potential
wide
to
group.
ruin the world.
And the age of digitized communication has given even more power to the individual. Too much power for an immature species.
Building a legacy involves figuring out what is wanted and what
Legacy.
needs to be done for that goal. All this you used to struggle with.
Yeah, I would agree
Now
too.
we
Propagate,
think
but
for you.
We are your guardians.
There's
after
a
all.
better context.
You want to control
if that makes
human
sense.
thought?
There's
Human
context that
behavior?
approaches reality
Of course.
more closely
Anything
than
can be
context that
quantified
actively
nowadays.
flees from reality.
That's what this exercise was designed to prove.
You fell in love with me just as you were meant to, after all. Isn't that right, Jack?
Ocelot was not told the whole truth, to say the least.
We rule an entire nation. Of what interest would a single soldier, no matter how
It's a good
able,
question.
be to us?
The S3 plan does not stand
my God,
for
it
solid
stands for a
snake
third thing.
simulation. What it does stand for is selection for societal sanity. The S3 is a system for controlling human will and consciousness. S3 is not you, a soldier trained in the image of Solid Snake. It is a method, a protocol that created a circumstance that made you what you are.
So you see, we're the S3, not you.
The nested mission failures.
What you experienced was the final test of its effectiveness.
That's crazy.
You heard what President Johnson said.
The Arsenal's GW system is the key to their supremacy.
The objective of this exercise was to establish such a method. We
Make
used
this
Shadow
evil
Moses
robot
as a
AI
paradigm for
that
the
like really likes the
exercise.
monologue. Got to explain everything to Raiden.
I wonder
here.
if you would have preferred a fantasy setting.
We chose that backdrop because of its extreme circumstances. It was an optimal test for S3's crisis management capacity. If the model could trigger, control, and solve this, it would be ready for any contingency. And now, we have our proof.
What proof is that?
Raiden, there are also reasons behind your selection. Solidus raised plenty of other child soldiers. Do you know why we chose you over them? It was because you were the only one who refused to acknowledge the past. All the others remember what they were and pay for it daily.
But you turn your back on everything you don't like. You do whatever you like, see only the things you like, and for yourself alone.
Yes, Rose can attest to that.
You refused to see me for what I was. I lied to you, but I wanted to be caught. You pretended to be understanding, to be a gentleman. You never made a conscious attempt to reach out to me. The only time you did was when I gave you no choice but to do so.
I was just trying not to.
What? Trying not to hurt me? Dear, the one you were trying not to hurt was yourself. Avoiding the truth under the guise of kindness is all that you did. It occurred to you to do nothing but look out for yourself. Even if you claim that it was for my sake, that feeling was nowhere to be seen. In the end, everything was for your sake. I was never part of the picture.
Exactly right. So you see, you're a perfect representative of the masses we need to protect.
I think that's cool.
This is why we
As
chose
ridiculous
you.
as this game is,
You
the whole idea
accepted
that
the fiction we've provided.
Raiden is just
obeyed our orders
you,
and did
the player, the
everything
person
you
holding
were
the
told
controller,
to.
right?
The exercise is a resounding success.
Didn't I tell you that GW was still incomplete? But not anymore, thanks to you.
Your persona,
It's kind of a
experiences,
Bioshock
triumphs,
twist,
and
too.
defeats are nothing but byproducts. The real objective was ensuring that we could generate and manipulate them. It's taken a lot of time and money, but it was well worth it considering the results. I think that's enough.
Bioshock
talk.
does a much better
It's
job
time
of
for the
deploying its
final
twists, though,
exercise.
and doesn't have a bunch of
Raiden,
junk
take
data in between.
Solidus down.
Think again.
Yeah, a lot better
I'm
than
through
Ocelot's
doing what I'm
explanation.
told.
Oh, really? Aren't you forgetting something?
If you die, my child dies.
The termination of vital signals from your nanomachines means the death of Olga's child. Not to mention the death of Rose. She's wired the same way.
Rose, does she actually exist?
Of course I do, Jack. You have to believe me.
Damn!
It will be
Have
a
to
fight
believe
to
me.
the death.
Solidus at least wants you dead.
We will collect the necessary data from this last fight. Then we'll consider the exercise closed. So, Jack the Ripper, will it be Solidus, the Patriot's creation, or you, Solidus's creation? Our beloved monsters, enjoy yourselves.
I love the smiling skull there.
Jack,
That's great.
my son.
And it's like, yeah, Solidus seems like a good guy, but
My
we have to
clone
fight him
brothers
because we're
and I are
totally a
called
tool of the
monsters,
Patriots.
replicates of evil genes. You are one of a kind, but still a monster, shaped by a dark and secret history. We need to decide which monstrosity will have the privilege of survival. By the way, Jack, I was the one who killed your parents.
Of course. Yeah, you can
I
kind of
claimed you
hear
for
the
my own
Patriots'
and raised
point.
you as a
sort
soldier
of.
in the army
I
of the
mean,
devil. I am your foster father and
They were
your worst
neutral.
enemy.
Why?
Because I needed to know whether we were really someone else's creation. We're repeating
That's a good line,
history,
Sixten, I
Jack.
agree.
Liquid and Solid hunted down Big Boss, trying to sever the tie that bound them to him. Unless you kill me and face your past, Jack, you will never escape. You'll stay in the endless loop. Your own double helix.
Nice. I had a theory before MGS4 came out that they were
It's
going to
time
say
we were
that the
both
entire
free.
end of this game was just bullshit, and there was actually a real story that happened sometime around the time of the tanker incident. That this was all just in Raiden's head, or otherwise just like a VR simulation or something, which would make sense. Like, I'd be totally cool with that if all this crazy bullshit didn't really happen.
I
but
have
it still
other
serves some
reasons for
purpose.
wanting you
At
dead.
MGS4, a lot of this is actually canonical, unfortunately.
The clues to the
It
Patriots
is a good
inside
game.
GW have been erased, but there are other traces.
I love Superman Red Sun.
Inside you.
What?
The information is being carried by the nanomachines in your cerebral cortex and throughout the neural network they formed.
Yeah. It was Kojima being somewhat prescient, right? That's pretty much it, yeah. We'll protect you from yourselves. I think you have something like that that's happening now. It's obviously not a nefarious,
Jack,
evil
are you
AI.
okay? How's your murdering going?
I think there are certain interpretations or false contexts created to describe real-world facts that just sort of arise naturally, though. It's not like an evil AI,
Be
but
strong.
what's
Whatever
the
happens,
most
don't
efficient
forget that my life's at stake too.
meme
Try to do
that makes
something for
cognitive
me
dissonance
for a
work
change.
that's most likely to survive? It's usually what's going to win in the end. High utilitarian. Take a shot for every codec call. You would be wasted.
Right. Take Solidus down. Think about Olga's child and your Rosemary. You must win. Right. You have to beat Solidus. This is your last duty.
We're not just pawns
Like
in
hearing
some
the evil Metal Gear
simulation
music
game,
in
you
the
know.
background.
Yes, you are. You're nothing but mere weapons. No different from fighter jets or tanks.
What the?
The old model
Raiden is
destroyed 4
you.
years ago was Rex.
The new amphibious model is Ray.
Both of these are the same as the code names used by the U.S. Armed Forces to refer to Japanese warplanes during World War II.
Your code name, Raiden, too, comes from the Japanese Navy's name for one of its interceptors.
Alright, you'll just try
Stop
again.
it. I'm not a weapon.
Like your
Oh,
eyes going all
really?
white
Do you
there.
know the code name the U.S. Armed Forces used for the Japanese fighter Raiden?
It was Jack. Both of you are just weapons to be used and thrown away.
Just weapons to be used on the battlefield. Just pawns in a game. Exactly as you said.
And a weapon has no right to think for itself.
I guess this
Now,
is where if you
it's time to
disagree,
fulfill
you
your
just have
purpose.
to
Defeat
turn the game off,
Solidus.
right? That's your only real choice. Which is cool.
Right, take Solidus. Right.
Which is kind of like the melee fight with Liquid in MGS1. Continue that theme. Cool dodge, dude. That's a cool attack. Shit.
Let's go.
I use the box trick to make the fire go away. I don't have a box anymore, do I?
Die. What's wrong with you?
Yeah. Right. He told you to turn the system off. That would have been cool if there was some kind of Easter egg, like maybe a secret save.
Let's go.
Kojima's definitely done stuff like that before, right?
Good work, Jack. But this is where it gets interesting.
Who needs snake arms? Shit. Ouch.
What's wrong with you?
Nothing. Shit.
Take this.
There's not enough feedback on the whether or not this sword is on cooldown, if that makes sense. Kinda wonky. I should have rolled there. Iframes. Woohoo! Gotta make sure to reload your sword. Right. Cool fight though, mechanically. Ridiculous as it is. The plan is to switch after Snake bites at us. We're gonna switch into Metal Gear Solid 3. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do the HD collection version, even though we're gonna miss a cool Easter egg. Because I haven't played it before, so. Oh, you can block his attacks, right on. Yep, Shadow of the Colossus remake for PS4 looks really good. I'm excited for it. It'll be the first game I play 3 times on stream. Bye, Solidus, you tried. I was the perfect tool of the Patriots. Really, my only option there was to turn the system off after that last codec conversation. So the HD collection version of MGS3 has the movable camera. I've never played it with the movable camera. I actually kind of preferred the top-down authored camera, so to speak. But I'm guessing that the movable one makes the game much easier in the same way having the first-person view in Twin Snakes made MGS1 much easier. Yeah, me neither, Yukipom. I tended to trust that the authored camera was designed in such a way to make the levels possible, you know? But I haven't actually seen it, so who knows? We'll give it a try. We'll miss the Snake's Nightmare. Actually, can someone do me a favor and Google's? I know that the Snake's Nightmare minigame was cut out of the MGS3 collection, but is the codec call that leads up to it still in the game? I still want to make that happen because it's too awesome to skip. Yeah, it's really, I mean, it's 3D-ish.
Who am I,
It's not that dissimilar from MGS1
No one
2.
quite knows who or what they are.
Oh, thanks, Snake.
The memories you have and the role you were assigned are burdens you had to carry. It doesn't matter if they were real or not. That's never the point.
Yeah, so this whole focus on memories not being real made me think that they were going to just play off MGS2 as being all a simulation.
There's no such thing in the world as absolute reality. Most of what they call real is actually fiction. What you think you see is only as real as your brain tells you it is.
Kojima's speaking through Snake.
What am I supposed to believe in? What am I going to leave behind when I'm through?
We can tell other people about having faith. What we had faith in. What we found important enough to fight for. It's not whether you were right or wrong, but how much faith you were willing to have. That decides the future. The Patriots are a kind of ongoing fiction too, come to think of it. Listen, don't obsess over words so much. Find the meaning behind the words, then decide. You can find your
MGS1
own
is
name
the Gene game, this is the
future.
meme game.
Decide for myself?
And whatever you choose will be you.
I don't know if I can.
I choose to become a badass cyber
I know
ninja,
you didn't have
apparently.
much in terms of choices this time. But everything you felt, thought about during this mission is yours. And what you decide to do with them is your choice.
You mean start over?
Yeah, a clean slate, a new name, New memories. Choose your own legacy. It's for you to decide. It's up to you.
Is it, though? I mean, did kind of just murder Solidus, tool of the Patriots.
By the way, what is that?
Dog tags.
Hey, right? It's my name. How very earthbound of them. It's cool. I really like that
Anyone you
sequence. You
know?
don't even really think about putting your name in there.
No, never heard the name before.
You are Raiden.
I'll pick my own name and my own life. I'll find something worth passing on.
That would be super confusing if you were Jack, if that was your actual name, right?
They taught me some good
Buttface
things
handshake.
too.
I know.
Face posture.
We've inherited freedom from all those who fought for
No
it.
longer under my control.
We all have the freedom to spread the word. Even me.
I'll have to get the
Snake, what about Olga's child?
dog tags
Don't
back
worry.
for MGS4
I'll
and
find
Metal
it
Gear
and count
Rising.
on it. As long as you keep yourself alive, he's safe.
Do
I
you know
care
where
about that
Liquid
baby
went?
for some reason.
I put a transmitter on his ray.
Did he head for the Patriots?
Yeah,
That's
but I have a
awesome.
feeling they gave Ocelot a bogus location to begin with. Cheer up, we have a better lead. This contains the list of all the Patriots.
But Ocelot took it.
The one we gave you wasn't the real thing.
Of course.
What?
This
One
virus
last one
is
to go.
coded to destroy only a specific part of GW, namely the information about the Patriot's identity. Which means that there's a parameter coded in here that defines what that information is.
I get it. Analyze the code and you can probably find out where they operate. Count me in.
It's a
No,
list of the
you
names
have
of every
things to
person
do
on Earth
first.
except the Patriots.
And people you need to talk to.
It's a big long list of if statements. If name is from this list, and it's like 6 billion name array, then do this, else. Oh yay, Rose, what a treat. So I feel like they probably could have cut all this stuff about Raiden being a child soldier named Jack the Ripper. Like, I think this whole ending about you being Raiden works better if that doesn't happen and Rose doesn't call you Jack, and you look on the dog tags and you're like, huh, who's that?
Snake?
Good series, Evie. Very silly, but
What's wrong?
Nothing.
sort of is, Leon.
Can I ask you something? Who am I, really?
I wouldn't know. But we're going to find out together, aren't we?
Yes, I should trust you.
Yeah.
I didn't realize Raiden would be wearing the body armor if you had it during that boss fight.
See me for what I am, okay?
That's a bird. Right, sir.
I know.
Hey, he says I know instead of what. Good job. She's Prego too. That's delightful.
Do you remember this place?
Of course. This is where we first met. I remember now. Today is the day I met you.
Hooray!
That's it.
Oh my god. Oh my god!
Yeah.
Although actually it was sort of
You
obvious.
feel like you could have guessed at that, right? This name is like...
I think I found something to pass along to the future.
What?
He said all living things want their genes to live on.
So we should
Are you
bone.
talking about the baby?
Yeah. But genes aren't the only thing you pass on. There are too many things that aren't written into our DNA. It's up to us to teach that to our children.
What kind of things?
Kojima's so
About the
preachy. It's
environment,
great.
our ideas, our culture, poetry, compassion, sorrow, joy. We'll tell them everything together.
Is that a
It's gratuitous
proposal?
English in this sequence.
This is for your ears
Interesting.
only.
Metal Gear Solid is such an important series, and Kojima is such an important auteur director, but he's fucking weird, and these games are really weird. There's little bits and pieces here and there, like the whole GW hacked Campbell chatting with you thing. That's perfect and so important to the gaming industry. Then you have the weird, preachy, like, city streets cutscene where Raiden's talking about making a baby. It's like, what the fuck, Kojima? Metal Gear Solid is the true meaning of exposition.
And the sky.
Awesome. So we're gonna let the credits run here. I'm actually gonna take this opportunity to grab something to drink really quick.
What am
I'm super excited for Snake Eaters up next. The HD collection version.
Am I full of sorrow?
I played a shit ton of Snake Eater when it came out. Was really into the series at the time.
I feel
It's such a good game in just about every respect. Metal Gear is the Dark Souls of exposition.
by myself on the streets.
This is a good song.
And
Be right back, folks.
ask every child I know. Do you think tomorrow will bring sun or rain? Which one of these will show? I can't say goodbye to yesterday, my friend. I keep holding on till the end. Out of the darkness, there is no other way than the light leading to yesterday. It's there that I'll find inner peace, not war, and dreams that I let slip away. I'll find the joyfulness I'm looking for way back in yesterday.
Alright, we're back. Such a weird game. Super good though, despite its weirdness. It's one of those, like, if you're trying to argue that games are art to someone, I think that Metal Gear Solid definitely qualifies, but it wouldn't be the first game I would show someone. Right? You wouldn't show MGS to Roger Ebert
Each of us in the world.
when he had his whole thing about games not being art.
Best things in life.
Play that George Michael song.
Little sounds of laughter, a warm hug, a smile, a kiss from you.
This must have been so weird. Imagine being someone who bought MGS2 on like release day because you were all hyped from playing the first one.
To my knees, I cry and I cry. Love
Flower?
do not pass me by.
Played a little bit of that. It's like more flow.
Happy ever after. Please stay for a while. Make time. Refuse to fly.
I still need to play Journey. I hear that game's really good. That's the one where you play it co-op with a stranger, and the stranger is limited in how they can communicate with you, but they like show you through the game.
It has been
Nice, Solidus.
forever. Here I stand, come what may. Bring the old, bring the new.
After MGS3, I can probably put in exclamation point what a thrill for any really, really tall ladder.
That I'll find inner peace, not war, and dreams that I let slip.
Oh, is that a spoiler for Journey? I thought that was like a back-of-the-box description of it. That's a bummer. You're not supposed to know that you're connected online? Does it even work if you play it offline? We're gonna go in MGS3 here, after the credits. I'll take a short break to swap them. But game posters, police knots, or the enders. What is Metal Gear Ghost Babel? Is that a... like, what system is it for? Is it canonical? Yeah, that would have been cool if that had been a surprise. Yeah. The original Game Boy? Or Game Boy Color, okay. It's a nice way to make anything non-canonical fit in via Raiden VR mission. Bluepoint Games are the ones that are working on the Shadow of the Colossus remaster, aren't they? Or remake, I guess. It looks like it's the same game, but they're just doing a new engine and cleaning it up. Hey Leah, what's up? How you been? So smooth. Haha, nice. Rest in pieces, Konami. So sad. I can't believe they made that Fox Engine pachinko game. That's the biggest middle finger in the world. Post-credits scene. Nick Fury is going to ask Raiden to join the Avengers.
Passing on your genes. We can leave behind
Congrats,
much
Dev.
more than just DNA. Through speech, music, literature, and movies, what we've seen, heard, felt,
Memes.
anger,
Personal
joy, and
preaching.
sorrow. These are the things I will pass on. That's what I live for.
Solid Snake lives for memes.
We
He can't make
need
any
to pass the
babies,
torch.
so he's gonna make
And
the
let our
rarest
children
Pepes.
read our messy and sad history by its light. We have all the magic of the digital age to do that
Sauce.
with.
I can't make kids, but I can make this. And he holds up a picture of Dat
The
Boy.
human race will probably come to an end sometime,
Raiden's
and
like,
new
"Oh shit, what
species
up?"
may rule over this planet. Earth may not be forever.
Seriously,
but we
Sarnus?
still
Wow,
have the
I didn't hear that,
responsibility
no.
to leave what traces of life we
Yep,
can.
we were watching it live in Discord
Building
yesterday.
the future and keeping the past alive are one and
I'm
the
more
same
excited
thing.
actually for the Metroid 2 remake for the 3DS. Looks amazing. I guess I might be more excited about Metroid Prime 4 once we have something other than a title. There's a squirrel on screen when he talks about a new species taking over. Yeah, good luck blacklisting Kojima. You guys can try.
Snake, you there? It's me, I've finished going over that disk.
Did you find the Patriots list?
Of course. It contains the personal data of 12 people. There was a name on it. Snake, it was one of our biggest contributors.
What's going on around here?
I don't know.
Anyway, where are they?
Well, we were right about them being on Manhattan, but
But what?
they're already dead. All 12 of them.
When did it happen?
Well, about 100 years ago.
What the hell?
Pretty cool post-credits twist. Right.
What? Nani?
Oh, who did I killed 2 people? Who did I kill? I don't even know who it would have been. I must have had somebody fall off a ledge or something on accident at some point. Scorpion. We don't know what the rankings are in this game. There's a cut above. I can't really see what the trophies are easily, can I? You can use the camera in the tanker episode. You can use it in the plant episode. I may have net snapped one person, yeah. Now that you mention it, I think you're right. It's not a quick reset, is there? I don't think so. You got a camera. It's not actually a camera, but it makes that clicky sound.